I feel like I have a really weird angle today and I can't quite figure out what is different, but it feels weird to me today. Hello, I am here today to do my favorites. It is May 1st today. I'm gonna be like everyone else and be like, I can't believe it's May. It just seems like this year is going so quickly. So I have a bunch of things I want to talk about. I had a bunch of favorites. I'm kind of like feel like I'm getting back into the vibe of makeup a little more. I've been kind of meh about makeup. You can tell by all the color on my eye today. This is from the Urban Decay Kristen Leanne palette, and I just needed some color. It's kind of a dreary day, but that actually has made for some okay lighting for me, so I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just gonna dive right in. My very favorite makeup item this month has actually been my Anastasia palettes. Specifically these two palettes. Subculture, if you pay attention to beauty videos at all, this was a huge release last year and it was a total like flop for a lot of people. It has a really cool layout, but it kicks up a ton of product, but seriously so cool. I actually really like this end a lot, but they're really interesting colors and I like this palette. But specifically what I wanted to talk about was the Prism palette. This one, it has that like fuzzy, you can see there's like stuff stuck to it, but this has an interesting color layout as well, but it's very kind of, I don't know, like you can kind of vibe, you know, if you cover up, you can kind of put any four together. Obviously, you're going to get something a little more dramatic with that one or with this one, but I just really like them. And again, I really love these, like this end quad a lot, but I really like these neutrals. I think I might do another makeup video this month. I'm going to try to do monthly makeup videos, I think, just to kind of challenge myself. It's a little out of my comfort zone, but I think I'm going to start maybe just filming one of my favorite looks that I've done that month, and these I've been using a lot and have really enjoyed. On the Anastasia, so I don't know if this can be considered a favorite because I literally have only had it for like 5 days of April, but in the Sephora sale, I decided to buy the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. It's the cutest packaging. It's a nice substantial container, but it's just like so pretty, right? You get that ripple effect. It looks like those Estee Lauder ones that they used to do, or they still do, I think, every year. It's just so pretty. I've been wearing it. I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing it all day, so you can kind of see that reflect though. It's really nice. It's nice and bright. It does, if I layer it too much on my skin, it will start to look a little bit gold, but you don't really need to layer it a lot because it's just so like bright but shiny. I really like it. And my last favorite makeup product is from Colourpop. They're in Ulta now, which is very exciting for this brand. And this is in the color, this is one of their Super Shock shadows, which is like a cream to powder kind of finish, which I usually hate, but these are really good. And it's this color called Sailor. You can kind of see it's shimmery, but it has some reflect to it. It looks mostly blue on me when I actually, so it's right here. So it looks like a nice neutral champagne, but it definitely switches to pink. I can't get it. It's really pretty. It has some like micro glitter in it, and I've really liked that. That's been a good like getting ready in the morning quick eyeshadow look. I think this color would actually be really pretty with this like reddy brown that I have in my crease. So moving on to books, my favorite books that I read in April were Woman in the Window. That's a huge one. It's a big hit. Everybody was talking about that last year, and I really enjoyed it, and it was really very like quick, and I just wanted to find out what the deal was at the end. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I'm just like for some reason I just think those books are so great right now. They fit me so well, but I also think someone who's like in their teens and 20s could still really enjoy those and kind of find some identity there. And one I forgot to mention in my what I read was my book that I was listening to every night before I go to bed. I've mentioned this, that I listen to audiobooks almost every single night to kind of help me like mellow out and not listen to other things. So I actually re-listened to Lauren Graham's Talking as Fast as I Can. It came out, when did that come out? 2 years ago maybe? And it's super nice. It's a short listen. I want to say it's maybe like 4 or 5 hours. She talks about Gilmore Girls. I think the little like subtitle of it is like From Gilmore Girls to Gilmore Girls or whatever. Talks about parenthood a little bit, talks about her past, obviously, how she got to where she is today. And it's just, she's like so great. And I just really, really love her. But yeah, I totally forgot to mention that in my what I read. Moving on to my favorite section is the etc. section. One thing, these are all things, two of these things are kind of like, I'm like a million years behind on these trends, but when I get out of the shower, I like to use a separate towel for my hair and for my body. I know some people only use one towel, or some people use shower caps and stuff like that, but I like to use a really thin towel on top. And the towels that I was using in my hair prior were like old, and I like them really thin, and they were old from like Target, but a long time ago, and they were just starting to get so ratty and like discolored that I thought, okay, I need to get something different. Couldn't find anything, so I decided to get a Turbie Twist. Do you guys remember these? Like the infomercials? It's like this little white cape thing. It's so awesome. Like, if you use these, you know, but I love them so much. It's so nice. I did honestly have to, because I wanted to put it on like this where my head went in here. I did have to YouTube how to use this just to see a quick tutorial, and you actually put it on like this. So this is the back of your head. You know, you flip over and then you twist it up and pin it on the top of your head. What I love about this is it's super lightweight, but it's like stretchy material, so it doesn't pull on your ears. I can even like pull it back. I was doing my makeup in it one day. I typically will take my hair down before I do my makeup, but I was doing my makeup in it one day and I wanted to like pull it back a little bit so I didn't get like bronzer on the white, and it was really comfortable and it stayed on. I just like freaking love these. They were at Bed Bath & Beyond and it was $9.99 for 2, and they had all sorts of variety. They had different prints, different colors, and then they had one pack that was like one Turbie Twist, one like shower cap. These are so great, and I'm super glad that I got them. The other thing that I'm kind of behind on is a bullet journal. I had some downtime at work one day where I didn't have anything to do, but I had to kind of sit with some students, and I just like had blank paper, so I started to kind of like doodle or whatever. And what I ended up doing was making a calendar and just kind of like writing my creative ideas or different ideas and different schedule and stuff like that I want to do for YouTube videos. Toby's joining me. And what I found was I really liked it, and it kind of kept me a little more organized this month and allowed me to just kind of like, I don't know, get some of my ideas out. I really do enjoy putting up YouTube videos, and I want to keep doing it, but sometimes things can feel very like stale, right? Like, I'm sure everybody who puts up videos, you feel like, what's the point? Am I reaching anybody? Am I doing anything? And I think that comes with just like, sometimes you get very stagnant in your creativity. And this has kind of helped me, I don't know, this has just helped me kind of organize my creative ideas. And if you've never seen a bullet journal, it just has all these little bullet points, and you literally create whatever you want. This is one from Amazon. I Googled like inexpensive. I didn't want anything that was like crazy expensive, and I didn't want anything that was leather. I try to avoid using animal products in my day-to-day life when I don't actually need something to be an animal product, so that's kind of a different thing for a different day maybe. But I have just like, this is my upside down calendar, but this is just for my May calendar, and I've just written like different ideas on a post-it note, and also like days that I need to edit and days that I need to film. Super fun, super cool, and it's kind of nice for if you have any downtime and you want to doodle or get your ideas out, if that makes sense. Again, this is like a later favorite of the month, but I actually did this workout. I've only done it a couple times in April, but it's Jillian Michaels Ripped in 30. I'm not a huge Jillian Michaels fan. I go very back and forth on her. I love her workout DVDs, and this one in particular I did, and even just like last Sunday I did it, and I just was like, I really like this. You do 3 minutes of strength, 2 minutes of cardio, 1 minute of abs, and you do that like maybe 3 or 4 sets. So it ends up being maybe like a 25-minute workout or something, and I really liked it, and it's cheap if you want to buy the actual disc. I know this is a little old school, but if you want to buy the actual disc on Amazon, I think it's like $6.50 or something like that, and I really liked it. So if you're kind of feeling stagnant in your workouts or just kind of bored with your workouts, this is a good one, and it's inexpensive. And there's actually, I think it says on here, 4 weeks, 4 incredible workouts. So I don't really get it exactly, because I think you're supposed to do like that workout that I did like the other day was week 1, and so I think you're supposed to do that like for 1 week, and then you move on to week 2 and 3 and 4. To me, it seems really dumb though. The Biggest Loser workouts are like this too, some of them, but it seems dumb to me that like I'm not going to do the same workout every single day in one, like for 1 whole week, because that seems like you're going to just be overtraining those one muscles or that one muscle group. But 4 workouts on here, so good. So my last 2 things are podcasts. I'm going to just mention this really quick. My first one is called A Bit Much, and it is a woman who I started watching on YouTube. Her name is Chelsea Wares. She doesn't really put up YouTube videos very often anymore, but Chelsea is really funny, and if you've ever watched her on YouTube, she is just really weird, really eccentric, loves like murder type stuff or whatever. So she and her boyfriend Ryan started a podcast like a month ago, and I think probably because I've watched her and then therefore him for so long, I've watched them for years, I just find the podcast so funny. So I don't know if other people will want to watch that or listen to that, but I find it so entertaining. A little bit inappropriate, so if you're sensitive to anything that's like sexual or anything like that, don't listen to that. The second one that I love is Dax Shepard's podcast called Armchair Expert. So anyway, Lauren Graham was one of his guests, and I downloaded that episode only because I didn't know if I would like the whole podcast, and it was a really long episode. He does long, like they're like hour and a half, hour and 45-minute podcasts. Which I don't always prefer, but for some reason I just find this podcast really, really good. Dax just does such a good job, and he really wants to talk to people. He doesn't want to just like talk about the current promotional thing that they have. Like, he wants to actually talk to them. His first episode was with Kristen Bell, who is his wife, if you did not know that, and it's a really funny, like kind of awkward interview at the beginning because they're annoyed with each other, and he says that before the episode comes up, or before the episode starts, he says that they were annoyed with each other. But it's so good. So if you're interested in listening to podcasts, if you're bored of listening to the radio in your car, or I listen to them when I'm cooking or when I'm getting ready every morning. So that is all I have to say. I had a lot more to say than I thought I did. I thought my video was going to be really short today. So that's everything. Oh, Toby and I wish you a good day. And, oh, he hates being held. He doesn't like to be held for very long. Anyway, so have a good day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.